All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 8 of This Week at Shrouded. We've got a great show for you today, but first, I'm going to introduce our lineup of amazing guests. As usual, we have Mr. Wrecked, Mr. Good Saint, and Captain Gatto, aka the rather fancy cat. He didn't even want to say hello. Imagine. Imagine. He's probably AFK. It's all good. We've got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about day one, probably. Most of us, I think, participated in it in one way or another. We are going to discuss the TWAB in the Destiny 2 hotfix 7.0.0.5. And then, of course, we will probably get started with the bad news that we all got today regarding Lance Reddick. We got news via the internet about his passing. Our commander Zavala, if you don't know, a great actor and a great voice actor in many games and TV shows over the last 20 or so years. It's a real big blow to the community. Me in general, I actually didn't know that it would be as big a deal, but I've been pretty bummed out about it all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't really I don't. Just to be completely frank, I've been on Twitter. I've been seeing the memoriams to Zavala and stuff like that, and just little clips of his shows and things. And it's actually been pretty tough to read and look at and watch and see. And I don't particularly react this way very often to a celebrity death. It's never great, obviously, but you don't really know them personally. But for some reason, this one's hitting me a little bit harder than the rest, and it's probably has to do with I've been involved in Destiny for 5 years, and he's always chirping in your ear, and I've really liked a lot of the stuff that he's done in live action. John Wick movies are great, and some of the Adult Swim content he's been on, and just in general, the Resident Evil series wasn't that great, but his role was fantastic.
I was gonna say it's more than just Destiny that you probably have contact with him. Horizon, Zero Dawn, and Forbidden West.
Yep.
I loved him in Fringe. I loved him in Bosch. Bosch is my favorite Law and Order type show ever. He's a great character in it.
Oh, and then The Wire.
The Wire, of course. He's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Yeah, his reach is far, that's for sure, and he always seemed just legitimately happy to be doing the roles that he did.
He was very personable with his fans too, and everything like that, especially be it either of his games, his movies, whatever.
Yeah, he would openly show the support for the projects that he would be in. A new Destiny's expansion came out. He would play it and show on Twitter that he was indeed involved as well on that.
Yep.
He said, and I think this was said and shared by Bungie on the TWAB, that due to the restrictions of the past few years, most of the voice actors were forced to make their own makeshift rooms in their own houses and provide the lines asked by the gaming companies. And I'm fairly certain that Bungie gave a comment regarding his voice acting that he was extremely and very extremely professional, to the point where even his lines that he delivered were actually very emotional, to the point where the lines made himself cry about how he said them. He was very, very deeply connected to all the projects that he was in. No matter what movie, series, game, doesn't matter. He was always, it seemed like, salt of the earth kind of person.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
And it's tough because we might not know him personally, like his family maybe, but he's just you hop on Destiny every single day. I mean, maybe not every single day, but you go onto the tower and there it is, a character right at your view as soon as you land on the tower. That the blue man himself, and it's just his voice. And I know exactly what you meant about being bummed out because yeah, I in terms of like movies and things that he's done, um, obviously I know all of his interactions with games, but movies, maybe John Wick, here like an appearance here or there in a show, but
Hmm.
yeah, Destiny has been by far the most contact that I've had with him, and seeing the Zavala that we have in day one Destiny 2 and the Zavala that we have nowadays is light and day. Sorry, day and night. Sorry, in this case, sorry, I got mixed up. Yeah, it was a complete 180 in terms of like character development, and I mean, yeah, we grow as a person as he also did.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't really remember Destiny 1 voice lines and all that stuff, obviously, because my little bit of experience with it. But I feel like the growth since 2017. I can't imagine the people that are. Well, I mean, I can't imagine. It's an extra 4 years, but people going through like this right now from 2014 would be even more impacted, probably. I would imagine. So it's a big deal. We've been on Twitter and Discord all day. We've been seeing, everybody around the tower, everybody like, throwing on banner or emblems, putting up emotes. Everybody just surrounded Zavala,
Very cool
giving
stuff.
their respect, or I guess what's, there's a word I'm looking for.
To honor and
I don't know.
respect him.
To honor, yeah, probably honor. To honor, Lance at the character that he's put so much time into over the last 9 years, really, 9 or
Mhm.
10 years, and it's really nice. And I'll be one of the first ones to say that most of the time I fucking hate the Destiny community. Like they're the worst. Sometimes, like just angry people, screaming and yelling, threatening the developers. But there's really a good chunk of them that that don't partake in that can be really amazing. And it's nice to see them. It's nice to see them come out. Like they exist. It's great to see
Mhm.
them, and they're really honoring Lance's memory.
It's, it
Uh,
seems like that seems like what usually happens in all gaming communities on um as the the bad apples of the group are most easily shown
yeah.
when it comes to this. Their voices raised louder because they are the most aggressive, while the people who actually enjoy the love and effort that actually gone into it tend to be more pacifists. They tend to say their words with more well in a more soft tone. That's why, like you said, although we do have a part of our community that just sends death threats to Bungie devs, as we've seen, to the point that where they've been forced to um, turn off comments on certain tweets, turn off comments on
Mm.
YouTube videos. But then again, we have also a big side of the community, such as what happens now during the entire month of September, where people just go golden over the the cancer for children, and now this whole thing with Zavala's as well, just hanging around Zavala, putting on his emblem as well.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
a lot of that going around Twitter. A lot of different choices, but people seem to be the most common denominator is like the red one.
Push forward because it
Uh,
had the eagles on it that was on his shoulder, I believe.
yeah, the one you showed me.
Mhm.
So it's called Push Forward. Yeah, Push Forward seems to be the a popular one right now, and plus all the other Vanguard ones, really. Soldier On and Vanguard
Right.
and
yeah.
at the
It
Vanguard,
was
all those.
it's his mark, his emblem.
Yeah.
All the
So
colors match.
that'll be interesting to see in the coming days how many people are wearing that, especially since everybody tried so hard last week to get a specific emblem.
Right.
But hopefully they swap over to it for at least a little period. Anyway, I did want to bring that up, and I wanted to mention it. It truly is like a shame. Lance was only 60 years old. Not, I mean, I think about that as only 23 years. Like, oh, is that right? My math right? Yeah, 23 years. I'll be 60 in 23 years. That's crazy. That's not very long. Anyway, it's really unfortunate. Taken too soon for sure. He's going to be missed. His personality and, of course, his talent.
They better give him a good send-off in game. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I guess I never really thought about it.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be 2 memorials in the tower now.
Yeah, they should put a Lance one in there just in general. Not.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what they end up doing. They're definitely going to do something. A lot of Bungie devs tweeting today about.
I wouldn't be surprised if they make an emblem for it or something like that too.
Of course.
They're really good with
Makes
doing
sense.
shit like that.
Yep. Okay, we are going to move on unless anybody has anything else they want to say.
Just as a stepping stone to move on to the next subject, I just want to actually just put out this thought. I'm like, now it's on Bungie's hands to respect whatever his family's wishes are.
Mm.
With technology being what it is, can Bungie faithfully recreate his voice using AI, and his family allowing them to use it with their permission, obviously, or are they going to develop something in the story of the game itself that would move Zavala on? That's mostly of my main concern at the moment.
This came up in Anarchy chat earlier today. Somebody asked, and my knee-jerk reaction to that is, I don't care if they have the family's permission or not. Using AI to turn a dead person into an entertainment puppet is the worst thing they could do. And if they were to do that, that would be the day that I delete all my characters, remove Destiny from my Steam library, and move on with my life.
Let me just put a little comment on that, because let's look back. There has been a big thing that has happened in the past where an actor as well has passed, or in this case has passed away during the production of a certain movie, where the family of the deceased person did give consent to use CGI and AI to faithfully recreate himself, and to finish and give him a big send out with the movies. I'm obviously talking about the Fast and Furious franchise, when what's his name died. So I'm sorry,
Paul Walker.
I really don't know the name of. Yeah, exactly.
Paul
Paul
Walker.
Walker. Thank you. Yeah.
And
They
I mean,
actually made something good with it, and they did give him a great send off, and it was extremely respectful, and people loved the way that it was.
okay, there is a.
So maybe
Sorry.
Bungie could do something like that. I'm sorry, Creator. Go ahead.
You're right. Like if they decided to do something like that, is different than if they just like said like making the next expansion and using AI just to voice the lines, rather than specifically it's like, okay, we're gonna do a send off for Lance and Zavala, in this small like space, like nothing that takes place over a really long time. That would be like, that might be okay. But yeah, definitely just like ignoring the fact that it happened and just like utilizing his likeness like for the rest of Destiny. I don't know. I wouldn't be okay with that. Yeah.
No,
Either, Rect.
no.
No. No, when it comes to that, yeah, I fully understand that continuing on to use his voice, even though he's not there anymore, it's not gonna be it's not gonna be respectful about his wishes when it comes to that. But at the
It's
same
not.
time, we do have to maintain something about this. Voice actors do not get called like a week before a new expansion comes out and record their lines. Lance probably already did his entire reading of the script for the entire year or half of the year at least. So we might get the next two seasons if there is any
Yeah.
new dialogue with Zavala.
Mhm.
It's might already been pre-recorded, so I really can't count that as being disrespectful about it. But after that, something will have to happen.
Of course not. Yeah, absolutely. He's probably definitely recorded at least season 21 and season 22, I would say, minimum dialogue. They're usually about running about 2 seasons ahead of their, you know, and they might just, I don't know. It'd be tough for them.
Publishing work
but
that the actor actually did, I have no problem with. It's creating something new out of whole cloth beyond a small memorial and then monetizing. It just, once it gets past that and they start monetizing it, unless the actor had some kind of advance directive that said, I want you to do this, no, I
Bro,
would be
what?
out.
Did you not like Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One?
No,
No.
no.
I'm sorry, what was that? I'm a little
Rogue
bit off
One.
the loop.
The movie Rogue One it's one of the Star Wars spin-offs. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I
have
like
they have the guy that played the Vader's superior
Yeah.
in A New Hope in it, but he's been dead for 30 years, so
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
This, I don't want to get too far afield with this all just happening just today, but both of the other Vanguard characters, if I'm not mistaken, they both have had multiple voice actors. Ikora has
Yeah,
had two voice actors as well, right?
I was
True. Yeah.
I was about to say they could. That's what I was going to say earlier when I just I kind of stumbled over my words because actors do die, and sometimes they are just simply recast, and it is easier to recast somebody that is not using the physical likeness.
Right.
Obviously, there's a change in the voice, and most people won't like it immediately, but they will get over and get used to it. So they don't necessarily have to remove Zavala as a character due to the fact that Lance has passed.
True.
But they might absolutely make that decision now, or who knows? It may have already been made. Maybe that's where
Right.
maybe those were the voice lines that Lance was crying over. Who knows?
I mean,
Possibly,
we know that Lightfall was a less planned season than, or a less planned expansion than others have. The final shape was already in production, and this could have just been part of it. That might all have been done. We don't know. Possible,
True.
probably
Yeah,
not,
no,
but
yeah,
it's possible.
And to be honest, if they do recast for the character, there has been multiple recasts in the Destiny universe that's been well accepted, or barely noticeable, and people just whenever people have been told, oh, another person who's voicing this person, it's been like, oh, what, really? They sound so similar. When Cade's voice actor was replaced,
Nolan
he
North is
made
better than Nathan Fillion.
questionable.
Fact.
But yeah, like he, Nolan
about
North
that.
actually did a great job mimicking Cade. It was pretty good. Ikora's voice actor change was barely noticeable as well until somebody told me, "Oh yeah, it's a brand new person who's voicing her." I was like, "What, really?" Like, it doesn't seem to notice. Obviously, after people telling me that, I was like, "Oh yeah, I can totally understand like the differences between the
That was
old voice
fairly
actor and the
recent
new."
too, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Within
Yeah,
the
it was
last
like
couple of
last-
years.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only two big like voice actors that were replaced, who are pretty noticeable, were Anna Braze and Elizabeth
Yeah.
Bray as well. Those
Yeah.
two were completely replaced and
A ghost.
completely
I was
noticeable.
gonna say Peter Dinklage does
I
not
prefer
sound like
Dinklebot.
Nolan North.
Okay, no,
prefer
no,
Dinklebot.
okay. Let's be okay. I'm talking about Destiny 2,
All
not
right.
Destiny 1, but yeah.
Bring back Peter Dinklage.
Nah, I'm good. He's a
That
great
wizard
actor,
came
but
from the moon.
he did a terrible job as Ghost for sure.
But that wizard came from the moon.
The most unemotional voice ever. The wizard came from the moon.
It's a fucking robot. It's not supposed to be emotional.
I mean,
What?
have you played Shadowkeep?
I have.
Have you played the very last mission of Witch Queen? Have you heard our ghost being upset at Savathun?
I see it now. Yeah, absolutely. But like, you never hear anyone else's ghost bitching or moaning about anything.
I don't know. Segura bitch and whined quite a bit too.
And
I don't remember
Segura was
Segura
funny.
that much.
Segura was funny to hear.
I liked
That
her.
was
Yeah.
she was pretty funny.
Anyway, we should move on.
Yeah.
So, pour one out for Lance. Once again, your talent and your just like raw like ability to make people smile in general. It's gonna be missed. It's gonna be missed. Okay, we're gonna move on to. I didn't write this down anywhere, but I didn't actually watch the video, but I watched the controversy about it. So there was a raid, like director design
Developer insight.
developer insights video. I was gonna read it or watch it, but I didn't have time. But this is another instance of why I hate the fucking gaming community as a whole. Really, like,
I don't think our community is bad. I think the vocal members of our community are 99% shitheads.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
what I said
problem,
earlier.
though. It's like, yeah, I was kind of alluding to it earlier, but like, and there's so many of the people that aren't like that just, they quietly, and just that don't care about any of that stuff. Like, why does anyone bring that up ever? Like, I'm watching a developer insight video. Like, I don't think about what gender the person that's telling me, like, designed the fucking boss is. Like, that makes no difference. So why does it matter if, they...
Oh, you're talking about that. I was.
Oh yeah,
so
I'm
sorry.
talking. No. I'm talking about the fact
Well-
that they had to disable comments on the video and the tweet regarding the developer insights video because one of the main developers was trans, I believe,
Translate. Yeah, exactly.
and people were just ripping them apart for no reason.
That situation goes a little bit further though as well because there was also a threat of violence and a rape threat
Yeah.
issued against one of the community
Developers, community leads. You mean?
that's it. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought. I'm sorry, Rudy, but I thought you were going to. Sorry, I know that there were other controversies about that video that you're mentioning. I was completely like oblivious to that fact. I noticed the developers, and I was like, oh, that's good of them. Okay, that's fine. But like I was thinking that you were going to mention like how they commented about the fact that the second encounter they mentioned multiple times during playtest that the things that send you across the room to the other side killed them multiple times, and I was like, okay, so you made a mechanic that kills you multiple times, and you still went with it.
And you left it in.
I thought that was
I
pretty
mean,
funny.
that's really not good game mechanics, but okay, sure, why not?
Yeah, no, we will get into that. But yeah, no, I just wanted to say my piece about like the fact that we have to, like the fact that Bungie actually had to do what they did is absurd. The fact that we live in a world where like people don't talk like anything about it. They're not talking about it. It's just this person that developed this thing is talking about how they developed it. And then you go and attack their identity. And then, like Rex said, you threaten violence and rape on someone else. And people think that they're just comments and that they don't, like, hurt. But good Lord. Like,
Yeah,
be a human fucking being. You know what I mean?
The person that you are currently attacking is a human being who's trying to show the world the time and effort that they put in to make you something
To
that
enjoy.
you would, yeah, exactly, that for you to enjoy.
And the fact that you
And
care about their identity, like, is absurd. Like, it has
yeah,
nothing to do.
Yeah, care enough to be a fucking edgelord piece of shit. Is
They're
fucking,
just looking for some way to take out their own anger and frustration with the game that they have, and that's the easiest avenue that they have, which is also the worst possible way to go about it.
My guess is they just hate themselves and want to probably
Oh
die.
yeah, that probably.
So they just turn into these
I mean,
pieces of shit in real life.
I mean, yeah, most of the times they have like an unsolved conflict with either themselves or something in their lives that, I mean, they are not fully, they don't fully understand themselves and just take it out on, like what Good Saint just said, on any avenue that they actually get their hands on. Like, what is the easiest way to just say whatever? The internet, because it's anonymous and you can just type whatever you want on a little piece of text and go with it.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're not going to spend too much time on it. I just want
No,
to
no.
say like that it's really disgusting and definitely unacceptable, just in general, but especially in our community. And if you are caught saying such things, I don't care if it's in our Discord or somewhere else on the internet, I'll do something about it. I don't care
sorry.
if I see anybody's username in those tweets that I recognize. Like I got no problem
To
like,
piggyback on
smashing you in the
what
face.
I'm sorry, Gunnar, to piggyback
No,
on
go
what you
ahead.
said.
virtually
um,
with a ban button.
If I meet you in real life, I'll do it.
Virtually with a ban button. You're gonna get this video shit.
It's
canceled.
already demonetized. I swore earlier.
no, they have new rules against swearing, so
Yeah, you can't swear.
yeah, you can now, yeah. But to piggyback on what you were saying, Green, our community has to be an example of like what good people are. So the same way that you mentioned about the comments on tweets, I kind of want to warn people as well to what a new trend that I've been recently seeing that you guys already seen as well. People being disrespectful towards other players with a lower guardian rank than you. People telling like people who are rank six,
fucking
who
stupid.
and they are themselves are like rank 7 or 8.
Quiet, the
For the
rank 8s are
6-2.
talking.
Exactly. See, there we go. That's
You-
exactly what I meant. As an example, good said you did a pretty good, a great example. That's exactly what I. Luckily, I haven't seen that example, that sort of behavior within the circle of people that I usually hang around with in the SGC. But I'm fairly certain if someone is reported for that, they will get a swift punishment.
Are we? So, yeah, I wouldn't deal with something like that. That's so stupid to me. it's so dumb. Quiet. The 8s are talking. Like, okay, so you're telling me, like, that you have absolutely no life, and you think you're better than me? Like, get over yourself. Like, I play Destiny a lot. I played for 5 years. Still rank 7. I just got rank 7 like 2 days ago.
I have
Like,
7,000 hours. I just got rank 7 this week.
see? Like, that's so ridiculous.
What rank are you, good saint?
I only need to do law sectors, and I haven't even touched them yet, and that'll be rank 7, so I can probably get that tonight if I try.
So
Oh, okay.
he's rank 6, so he's not allowed to talk anymore, according to
Yeah.
the Destiny
Yep.
community.
Pipe down.
Pipe down! We're all level 7s here, bro.
Greener, I'm sorry to say, but I'm.
Are
rank
you an
8.
8? You're
Yeah.
fucking. Go touch some grass,
Yeah.
nerd.
Yeah.
And I'm so close to being rank 9 already.
Oh wow, I don't even know what all the rank 8 stuff is yet. I never even looked at it. So
Let me just say that to reach rank 9, I just need to do a master lost sector flawlessly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in order to get into 9 to 10 though, you can't even do it till Grandmasters come out.
True. You can't go to 10 because 10 requires grandmaster completions.
I'm waiting to see one that says visit the lighthouse and watch people lose their minds.
Oh no, people already data mine that. It's on the 11th. Yeah.
Is it? You have to get to the lighthouse?
Yep. You need to go flawless. for the 11th.
Once people start naturally getting there, that's when it'll get spicy on Reddit, Twitter, and the forums.
It's got matchmaking now.
All right.
I'm actually a little annoyed by that. I don't want to go flawless again. I haven't done it in seasons. It's not enjoyable to me. But I mean, I can do it. I just don't want to.
I mean, Bungie might change that a little bit. They changed out how the commendations work in terms of numbers, which was a massive improvement.
They were
might I say.
ridiculous.
Yeah, they were because they were trying to piggyback their brand new system that they just developed, and they wanted to show off the world that it actually works by forcing players into it. No, it needs to be like something that just goes along with the game. You can't just force people to just farm commendations, and then you're gonna get exploits like what happened with Master Wellspring, where people just got into Wellspring, immediately failed the mission, and just farm commendations.
For
Can't
sure.
do that anymore.
True, that has been fixed. And with that, we're going to hop into the hotfix patch notes. Go ahead, Green.
We didn't even get to that yet. I like that. That was a nice transition. But you're probably right. We could bounce off. I don't remember anything that I was gonna say about anything, so it's all good. So stop being fucking losers and making people feel bad. God damn, because you suck in your own life. Like, get over yourselves. There. That was my wrap up for that. I don't know.
All right, hotfix 7.0.0.5.
7.0.0.5, baby. Let's go. Okay, I'm just gonna read some of them. Because I didn't do any research for this podcast today. By the way, it's been a busy week. Seasonal exotic activity. People were having seizures, so they fixed it. Cool.
Yeah, it's probably a good move on their part.
Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, animation changes to the data collection boss encounter and the variable exotic mission that had potential cause issues with photosensitive players. That's nuts. I wonder if that was like a huge thing. Like there was a big uptick in people being affected by that, which made them change it. Because that sucks if it did. I mean, not on them. Like every game comes with a warning, essentially. But still, it's good for them to recognize if they had an uptick in it to, maybe adjust it. So that's good.
The screen would flash white like 5 times in a row in less than a second. So,
Okay.
yeah, they definitely need to change.
Somebody probably just made them aware of it on like Twitter. Hopefully, it didn't cause anybody too much harm.
Probably not.
Well, we never know. Some people have really violent seizures to that stuff. All right, player journey. So lost sectors have been buffed to, the drop rate's been buffed for the exotic armors. So
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Well, from what I've seen on Twitter, the numbers seem to be better. I don't know.
Better, but still not great.
Only because, as much as I hate Paul Tassi, like his fucking Twitter, his tweets come up all the time because Destiny, and then he's.
I saw you.
Destiny.
I saw
He
you.
always
Tweet.
comments on this
I
stuff.
saw you respond tweet to him the other day, telling
Did
him
you?
to shut up.
He always responds to Paul Tassi. Always.
I fucking
What's the hell
hate
against,
that
like-
guy. Well, he's
What do
an
you get-
idiot. First of all, and secondly, do you remember what he said? I
What
forget
about
what he
Gambit?
said.
I mean,
wasn't it?
how?
Or something?
What?
No.
how many
I
tweets-
responded to that today. Yes, you're right.
Okay.
He put out an article. This isn't what I don't think this is what Rex was talking about because I told him to shut up in a different one. Not really. I'll tell you what I said in a minute. But he put out a thing today that said, and people were after me, so they disagree with me, and that's fine. But he put out an article today, and the article headline said, Destiny was wrong for abandoning Gambit for the last 4 years. And I just said, in what fucking world has Gambit been abandoned for the last 4 years? We've had 3 different iterations of them trying to get it right, over a certain amount of time. It hasn't been abandoned. They just didn't drop it during Forsaken and then not touch it. They gave us the Reckoning stuff in Gambit Prime, after the 3-round system didn't really work that well, and then they determined that Gambit Prime wasn't really working that well, so they tried to revamp the system again into what we currently have. And there's been a couple changes between when they changed it to the Envoy system that we currently have, the 1-round Envoy system. But those are just tweaks. I wouldn't consider them gameplay overhauls. But those changes between those were complete gameplay overhauls. They were trying to fix what they considered a mistake. Now I get it. We haven't gotten. I don't think we've gotten any maps since Beyond Light, right?
We haven't got any, we've never gotten any new Gambit
The
maps.
last map to be changed
Was in-
or added in Gambit was the Dreaming City one, and this
Yeah.
was in Forsaken.
No.
No, it was the one that's
Wasn't it Mars one?
on Mars.
Oh yeah, the Mars one. Sorry, yeah, Mars and Titan. Yeah, you are correct.
What's
That's
the
the
snow
latest
one? What level or what planet
That's
are
on
we
Mars.
on?
That's
It's
Mars.
on Mars.
Is that on Mars?
That's,
Okay.
yeah.
When
that's
did
the
that
Mars
come
one.
out? I guess then.
With Gambit Prime as well. So
Okay. Well,
year
here's my point.
2.
Even if you don't agree, it's only been 3 years, not 4. Either way, the point is, like, they didn't just drop it and then abandon it during Forsaken. They tried. Now they could have done more, but you could say that about Crucible. You could say that about Destiny. But it just triggered me when he says like they abandoned it for 4 years. No, they've been trying to fix what they have.
but they've made more effort for PvP than Gambit. Gambit is an okay game mode. As much shit I give the game mode, it can be fun. The whole Gambit Prime thing with the armor bonuses was great until people started exploiting the hell out of it. Teams just running full collectors or full invader sets. The sets themselves were a little bit unbalanced because the protector, the yellow one, did nothing. The Reaper one was okay. Collector was busted, and invader was.
Come on, the
was
Sentinel
just
was all
needed
right.
to invade.
I like the Sentinel one. That's
It
what I
would
played
it would
most.
mark the invader, and you had bonus damage against the
and
blockers.
stuff.
The problem wasn't the armor and the perks it gave you. It was the fact that, much like Gambit today, blueberries went in there constantly just to get their pinnacle and didn't bother with any of the stuff you need to do to actually win Gambit.
Yeah.
All right,
for sure.
and so it made for an unfun experience for anybody who was trying to
Well,
win.
then, I think I mentioned I was playing Gambit the other night. Why don't we just do this then? Instead of playing 3 matches, win 3 matches for your pinnacle.
No,
You'd be in Gambit forever potentially. No pass.
no, Bungie could never do that.
I
Could you
know.
imagine? That would be terrible. Okay, so people came after me anyway, and one person specifically said, flamed me for not reading the article, and I'm like, but I replied to them, I'm like, no, when you have a stupid title for an article that makes no sense, that's my first impression. Do I go around reading articles that have stupid
know.
titles? No, I
Do you?
don't. Nobody does. The article's what makes. I mean, the title of an article is what makes me read it. Anyway, so I just thought that was a funny argument. It's like, no,
I mean,
I just
the-
literally
the-
told you that I hated the name of the article. Why would I go and fucking read the article?
I was gonna ask you that. So you read the title of the article. Did you actually read the article itself?
I did not read the article.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because if you actually read the article, then the title actually did its job. It was to do a little bit of clickbait. That's the whole thing about
Exactly, and that's why I didn't read the article, because I know Tassie, and I know that's all he fucking does. These damn clickbait titles. I'm pretty sure he GPIs his clickbait titles directly from
Are you accusing him of using AI to do his writing?
just his
That was
titles, his
happening right
clickbait
now.
titles.
All right. Okay.
All right. But anyway, yeah, no, the exact title article was Destiny 2 was wrong to completely abandon Gambit for 4 years, which is just it's just a lie. But people on Twitter do not agree with me.
Hey, ChatGPT, just make me a title that would make Alexander Green just upset at me, please.
Just pissed off completely. All right, so this was I'm looking for the other tweet, which is the one that got this started. Oh, is that what I replied to? Are you kidding me? No. Yeah. Okay, he just put out a tweet that said petition to make Destiny resets at noon again. And I just replied with petition to reduce useless tweets.
Yeah.
I mean, the reset as is right now is pretty okay. I mean, it's balanced in terms of time zones.
The reset is fine. It's just they're not going to change their whole server system because of daylight savings times. You fucking idiot! Like, Stop
It's
talking.
been this way for what, 8
Look,
years now?
if somebody else said that, it wouldn't bother me. I have a hate on for the guy. I don't know why. I have this unimaginable, like unreasonable hate for a person that I have no, but I have no real reason to. But here's the thing, internet. You notice how like I have this unreasonable hatred for somebody, and I'm not threatening to kill or rape them. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And you laugh about it, yeah.
You're just telling them stop tweeting.
All I said
Useless.
was stop tweeting.
Yep.
I didn't threaten his life or threaten damage or image against him. Just that tweet. You know, I didn't tell him to stop tweeting about Gambit. I just told him he was wrong about Gambit.
Just now that you mentioned about the reset, at what time is it for you guys when reset happens?
1.
My reset now happens at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Okay.
for the-
What about you,
you-
Rick?
Mine's at 9. I'm on Pacific time now. Or
9
Pacific time
wait.
came to me.
Wait, 9 a.m.?
Yeah,
Mhm.
9 or 10 a.m. Whenever
Wait,
whenever
for me,
their actual local time is.
1 hour later. Yeah, for me, it's usually at around like 5 or 6 in the afternoon. So it's perfect for me because reset happens. I go home from work. Reset's there, waiting for me.
And then
Yeah.
you play Risk of Rain 2. Right?
No, I haven't touched Risk of Rain in a very long time.
Anyway, I just thought some of those interactions were funny. Maybe I shouldn't give Paul such a hard time, but I don't know. I think I just get triggered by the fact that he's like, people think of him as this like enormous resource of knowledge for Destiny 2, and like I've listened to him on Fireteam chat before it was discontinued and stuff, and like I don't know, it's just like he got so many things wrong, and there was just these little things he didn't know, and it's just like, why is this guy revered so much as this Destiny guru, and there's all these actual like content creators that just know so much more, and you know could probably write better articles.
I agree. You're a content creator.
Yeah, but to be fair, like I don't have the knowledge that I'm talking about that content creators have, and I openly admit it. But I would never, you know, consider myself a journalist for a video game. So,
I
but
mean,
anyway,
could
he's worked his way up. Whatever. I'm allowed not to like him, and it's all good.
All right.
So, Greener, so you want to be a game dev journalist. So
No, I don't. I'm not good at writing.
But the only answer that you have to answer, if you want to be like the best Destiny 2 journalist, is to answer the following question: what is the Veil?
What is the Veil?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's a piece of the It's a piece of the Traveler.
Okay, sure. Let's go.
All
Yeah.
right. So, player journey.
Yeah, player journey. So we did the lost sectors. They fixed the issue that prevented the incursion countermeasure bounty from resetting. So if you've been waiting for that, it's done. I guess some players couldn't progress the Hall of Heroes if they interacted with the statues too early. So that's fixed, and now you can progress it normally even if you were stuck. UI made an adjustment to how the return to orbit option is triggered after completing a specific battleground. I don't even know what that was.
Thanks. 2 weeks later. So this is the problem with the very first battleground for this season, where you could exit the mission
Mm-hmm.
before the first cutscene played,
Yeah.
and now they fixed it, so you can't do that. It will the cutscene will trigger and not just prompt you to go ahead and leave instead.
The cutscene that
So-
that most, like 90% of the people missed.
Yeah, so if you're 2 weeks behind or 3 weeks behind, I guess this helps you out. Otherwise,
Oh,
thanks, I guess.
is that the cutscene there? Amanda shot Crow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't skip it because I did
No.
watch that. All right, cool.
Nice.
Mhm.
I wasn't dumb. Got it.
So, quick question: was it just me, because now that we know that during the first week, the cutscene was there, we just missed it? Was I the only one who specifically waited for the timer to run out to see if there was a new cinematic.
Well, no, I watched it during the first week. I saw it.
No, I know. Okay, so but you did, but I didn't know there was a cinematic, so I just went to orbit right away after the activity ended.
Oh.
So I
I
didn't
had
see
already,
it.
I'd already seen it. I saw
I
it
knew
earlier
about
that
it.
day while I was in a meeting at work. I was
Oh, did you-
watching the
Did your
cutscene
data
on
mine?
YouTube.
You watched the data mines?
No, somebody. It was somebody who
Oh,
did
just
it that
somebody
day.
loaded it. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what I was thinking or what I was doing, but I remember seeing it like it's supposed to be saw. So,
Yep.
in the game, so I didn't skip it.
Okay.
So I guess I
Next
just
up.
waited for the timer to run out.
I mean, patient pays, I guess.
I guess I don't know. I was probably doing something else. I do that a lot when I play Destiny because Destiny's kind of boring.
How how can you say that?
Dude, running the same things over and over again sometimes can get pretty monotonous. So yeah, you tend to throw something else up on another monitor and just run through
Are
it.
you not entertained?
No, not frequently. Anyway, armor scavenger mod has been fixed, so you can use E08 again. I assume since they fixed the mod,
Yep.
I'm sure they
Yep.
okay.
Toaster's back.
Mhm.
But it does say immediately afterwards put the toaster down. So I mean that's the complete opposite of what they fixed it. So pick up the toaster. Who writes these things? For fuck's sakes. Anyway, all right. Weapon. They fixed the damage on Winter Bite. Awesome.
No, they didn't.
No,
Oh,
they
is it
didn't.
still broken? Okay, they said
Yeah.
they fixed the damage on Winter's Bite.
Oh, they fixed the melee damage on Winter's Bite, but the shot has a weird interaction if you have multiple people using it, where
Uh-huh.
sometimes you'll shoot 3 of the orbs at the boss. Each person will shoot one, and it'll just instant murk the boss.
We should try that on Nazi.
They'll go from 75% of health to dead.
Cool.
Looks it's almost like the same issue that Witherhorde had when it was first released. Do you remember that bug? If multiple
yeah.
people shot the Witherhorde at the same
It
target,
was just
it would
instant
just
die.
yeah, exactly. It would just heart attack, dead.
Too funny. They fixed the overtures like blinding effect on like splash damage, explosive payload, that type of stuff. Other weapons.
You're just gonna gloss over that
Titan Glaive
Titan nerf?
synthesis.
How
Oh,
dare
I
you,
thought
sir?
that's what you were talking about when you said the
No.
glaive melee
No,
damage.
Synthesis and Glaives got nerfed.
Mm-mm. They-
It doesn't
they-
say
So bad.
It doesn't say they got nerfed. It says the bonus to glaive
They-
melee damage granted by exotic gauntlets
Was
has
reduced.
been reduced. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was. I
Nerfed.
just thought it was a
Yes.
bug.
An unpowered melee with Syntheseps against a red bar enemy does more damage than a glaive with Syntheseps equipped now.
So they nerfed it too much.
They probably made a
Because
a
those
small
should
mistake with their
probably
map.
do like the same amount of damage.
Well,
think
you
it-
can
no,
It
actually.
should
Blade
do
would do
more.
more,
It
but-
should do more damage because Infoceps buffs your melee damage.
It does. The melee, the glaive melee still does more damage to bosses. The scaling on different types of enemies, the glaive melee still does more damage there. So the Syntheseps bonus still makes it more. And glaives can also hit faster than you can actually punch, unless you're using a bug that's going around right now that can allow you to punch at a faster RPM than you should be able to. But so you do less damage per swing, but you can get more swings than in the time it takes you to do the same amount of punches.
All right, cool. I don't play Titans, so like that means nothing to me. But that's neat. You guys
You should
can't
play
punch
Titan.
it. You guys
Titans
can't
are
punch
great.
as hard. I hate their jumps, so you'll never convince me to play them unless I
Oh.
have to.
Oh, I just remembered. Rex said something about Titans, and I just immediately jumped out of my chair because I just found this extremely hilarious. The fact that pre-Strand release, Titans were complaining about how Blade Fury was going to be like Fist of Havoc 2.0, and now Titans are like, oh my god, this is like the best super ever. Like,
No, wrong.
really?
Anybody
Really?
who says that is wrong. It
I'm
is. It is punching things green. It
Mhm.
is no different, really, than
Oh, yeah.
punching things blue or punching things dark blue or punching things purple, except it does more damage and it's a little faster. But it is effectively just let me get out my box of Crayolas melt them, stick my hands in them, and start punching things. That's all it is.
I've heard from other Titan mains that they actually enjoy Blade Fury more.
I mean,
than,
it's fun to
than the other
use, but
ones.
it's still the same thing.
Those Titan mains,
it's just recency bias is all it is.
those
probably.
Titan mains are huffing a metric ton of copium.
Probably, maybe, knowing that they are Titan mains, most likely, yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, no disrespect for other Titan mains. I mean,
We're gonna move along.
You kind of dig your own grave there.
We're gonna move along. All right, abilities. Threads of Ascent cooldown was nerfed. It's got to be 4 seconds now. Thanks again, content creators. Fix an issue where all players grappled to a thrown tangle. The Berserker into the fray aspect will fail to activate further tangle detonations. Whatever. Okay, cool. Fix an issue where suspending detonation from the Broodweaver Mind Spun Invocation aspect was not properly stunning unstoppable champions. Okay, good. That probably would have been annoying. Don't know. Don't play Warlock. I'm just kidding. I do play them, but I don't notice those little things because I don't play them often. Fix an issue where the radiant effect was not increasing the damage of Strand weapons. That's irritating, but cool that they fixed it. Is there any Strand power weapons?
There's a
Yeah,
grenade
machine gun.
launcher, machine gun.
Okay, that's it. Machine gun.
A grenade launcher too.
The
That's
grenade
from
launcher
Raid.
too, from the Wraith, yeah.
Oh, from the raid.
Looks- yeah.
Oh, okay, I haven't gotten it yet. All right, that would actually be effective. I find like I only care about radiant on like heavy weapons because that's when I'm trying to boost my damage, right? When I'm smashing a boss. So that's why I was wondering. Because it would have been really irritating then. Fix an issue where thread generation fragment would stop functioning after a Silk Stray super deactivation when either the shackle or threadling grenade is equipped. Didn't even notice, but I'm glad it's fixed. Thanks, Bungie. Power and progression. All right. To closely match the goals of Guardian ranks, we have reduced the required commendation score to complete objective across all Guardian ranks. So you don't have to do. I knew that one would be exciting. And yeah, when I logged in, I automatically had enough commendations that I got rank 7, and I was like, cool, because I already had everything else done.
They cut it down, the total you're going to need by, if you do all 11 ranks, by more than half.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It was what 6,000. Now it's just under 2.
It was 7,000,
Oh, it was
and it's
7,000.
under 2 now. It's like 1,800.
That's crazy. That's a big difference. Why didn't they just give us more points? That would have made me feel special. Like
Guardian ranks, dope. The commendation score doesn't mean anything.
yeah,
And
but
the
I like
the fact
having
it's
a
gonna-
high score.
And the fact that it's going to reset every single season. It's just it's a bad system. Why?
Well, the green goals on the journey don't reset. You don't have to redo those again.
Yeah. But
Just the seasonal ones. The commendations aren't going to reset, are they?
yep, they are.
That's dumb.
I thought it was just the Guardian ranks themselves. That were
No
getting reset.
commendations. No. Commendations are also going to reset every single season. You're going to go back to zero commendations.
Oh, that's a
No
bad choice. I
no
hope they fix
stars.
that.
Well,
They
as
could-
long as I don't have to grind them out in
If-
order
if-
to do ranks again, that's all I care
Well,
about.
you would have to grind them out if they reset.
But they're not blue. They're not
Yes,
blue
they are.
goals.
That's why I
Yeah,
have a
they are,
feeling
they
that they wouldn't.
Are they
reset.
blue?
They are blue goals.
Well, eventually Bungie will get enough hate for this that they'll fix it. Hopefully,
Oh,
'cause
definitely.
their system is dumb.
Coming
Hopefully.
next season. Yeah, coming next season, they're going to remove all of that. Most likely.
You know how much I care about the commendations. All right, I give them to everybody, even if they were shit in whatever activity that I'm playing, and
Look.
never even look at what they are. And the only thing I tell my friends when I run with them is, give me the orange one. Why? I don't know. I like the color orange, and I want that part to be the biggest on my bar. Otherwise, I don't care about any of it.
If I'm doing the seasonal activity or strikes, if you are on the left of my guardian, you're going to get the left recommendation. If you're on the right of my guardian, you're going to get the right recommendation. It does
Yeah,
not
okay.
matter.
Mhm.
I
just
listened
give
to
up
our
the cards.
podcast from last week, 2 days ago, and we already discussed this. So let's move on.
Oh, we did? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, we literally just said the exact same thing. Both people, you did the left-right thing, and Good Saint said that last week as well, and then I said that. Rec didn't tell us about his orange fetish though, so that's new information. So thank you very much. But yeah, we're gonna move on. Well, we're gonna keep going through these. There's only a couple more left. Rank 8 objectives require tier 3 difficulty or higher. I don't know what tier, or I don't even know what the tier difficulty system is.
I'm not doing illegal drugs. These are all legal prescriptions.
Okay. Fix an issue
One-
where
one
only
fell
tier
out.
only tier 4 or higher applied towards the rank progression. I don't even know what these tier difficulty things are, but
Master, legend.
okay.
Hero,
So
legend,
is legend tier
it's-
3 and master tier 4?
It's normal, hero, legend, master, grandmaster. Normal is 1.
So legend is
Hero
3,
is 2,
master is 4,
legend-
and then grandmaster is going to be like
So
tier 5.
legendary higher.
Grandmaster is tier 5. Yeah.
All right. Why don't they just say legend and whatever?
Right.
I don't care.
I don't know.
Let's make up new terms for funsies.
It's Bungie. They like to overcomplicate simple things. Like,
Okay, and here's the fix to players can no longer offer accommodations to others following a failed mission activity. So that ruined the farm, but at least they ruined the farm when they nerfed the amount that you needed. So that was nice of them.
There was also another change. We were farming DSC last night. And after the first couple of rounds, we did it like 10 times. After the first 2, you could no longer come in the same group of people anymore.
Really?
Oh,
used
so
to-
you need to switch up
it-
your
it-
fire
yeah.
teams.
Yeah, it used to
That's
give
kinda
it used to give them diminishing
like that.
returns, but now it completely locks them out for some reason.
Let me play whatever I want with my friends and commend them. Who cares?
You can still commend them. They just don't get any points. You can still interact with the commendation
not-
screen.
Well, I'm not
No,
going to do
you-
that.
you
That's
can't.
dumb.
You can't. I
See?
actually ran
That's
it.
proof.
More
I was
arbitrary
doing
No,
that
no,
way than it even
that's-
than it is now.
I was doing
That-
it last night.
That's
I was
proof that
dropping-
they're important.
I was dropping 5 commendations per run, but the counter would not go up, and nobody would get any points.
That's proof that they're important, though. He just said he didn't want to do it if nobody was going to get any points. Validation. Commendation
Okay.
system rules. I'm just kidding. I don't like it that much, but I hate it less than a lot of other people do. Again, fix an issue where guardians and their weapons were not rendering properly. All right, so everybody's not invisible anymore, so you can see your reticles. Now you can all stop complaining. Thanks.
Why was that an issue in the first place? What?
Because you
What
can't see
kind of
down your
change-
reticles during PvP.
No. No.
Oh, why did it
what
happen?
kind of
Oh, okay.
change? Yeah, what big change did they do that from one season to the other, that was that massive thing where suddenly things just would stop load?
Something
don't
always
know.
breaks.
I'm not a game developer. I don't know how coding works, so I can't even begin to fathom the answer to that question. Is my point. I have no idea. And I guess Twitch gift sub bounties weren't showing up at the Cryptarch, so now they are. So go gift Shrouded at twitch.tv/Shrouded Gaming 2 subs. Get yourself a nice little bonus. And wait till we're live to do it. I don't think it works if we're not live. Okay. If you want to gift 2 subs while we're not live, that's fine, but you're not going to get any Destiny benefits for it. Just messing with you. Okay, so that's a hotfix. Awesome job, hotfix. You're an amazing hotfix. We're going to quickly go over the TWAB, talk about day 1, and then we're done. All right, TWAB's easy. It was super boring, actually, this week. Congratulations to the team hired in paint. World first. Awesome job. 2.5 hours was crazy. We'll get into that later. There was this video, or here's the art developers insight video is posted here on the TWAB. Is that the one that we were talking about?
No, I don't.
I was
think
gonna
so,
say I
but
thought the other one was a raid.
It
one.
was the
Yeah,
raid.
yeah. It was the
Okay.
raid one, not the art.
This is a pretty cool little video if you're in the art space, if you're creative yourself. It's always cool to hear other artists talk about their process.
Speaking of the art, now that we actually mentioned the art thing, the concept art sometimes shows like what could have been of the Destiny universe, and let me tell you, there are concept arts where Strand was not like strings and such, but actually you could summon beasts behind you. There's actually a concept art of a hunter summoning a huge dragon behind him, and that would be way better than what's the type of Strand that we have right now.
Wait. Okay. I just need to screenshot something. I'm gonna put it in the chat
Oh,
that
it's gonna.
this exists in. No, I was just
gonna be
watching the
bad
video
luck.
really quick and taking a look at it, and this just caught my eye. 1 second here. This looks familiar.
Where is it?
Shrouded
Yeah, in the
admins.
chat.
That looks familiar. What is
Yeah,
that?
that's
Yeah,
I don't know what
that's-
it's the fist bump that everyone hates. It's not the same fist bump, but it's a fist bump that everyone hates Nimbus for at the end of the campaign.
Oh,
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who that guy is holding that
It was a
giant
funny.
fucking
I'm
I'm
bullet.
assuming it's
though.
Nimbus. It's probably one of
Yeah,
the cloud
yeah,
strangers.
yeah. It was a funny joke. I don't want to know why. Okay. There I'm.
I didn't mind it. Yeah.
Anyway, I know that triggered some people, so I saw that and I was like, I'm gonna screenshot that and post it. You were talking about something, I think, and I interrupted you. Any idea?
No. Like I said, they just showed like what the what could be's of like what Strand could be as well. Instead of being like these whole string things, it could be like summoning like beasts, or like they showed an example where the hunter would spawn in a dragon behind them. I'm like, oh, that could be interesting. Like, what if for the Titan, instead of having two blades on his hands, why not like summon a machine gun of Strand, a minigun of Strand, and shoot it for a couple of seconds?
because then he wouldn't be punching in green, and we can't have Titans do anything but punch things in colors.
Exactly.
To be honest, though, I'm looking through this really quick. Nimbus's concept art is way better looking than his model.
I mean, but it's also the effect of like the grass is greener on the other side. Like, maybe if we got one of those versions of Nimbus and then we looked with what we have right now, probably we would enjoy the one that we had more now than the one that we
Maybe,
eventually
but
get.
even the ones that look like him, that are designed like him, it's just the drawing looks better than the 3D model. So that's all I was pointing out.
Huh.
Ribs are still fucked up though. Man, that's weird. That's gotta hurt. Anyway. Yeah, so if you're an artist or you have any interest in some of the art that went in towards Lightfall, it's a pretty interesting looking video. Again, I didn't watch it, so
Oh,
I will
yeah.
though. I will.
Rect actually found the picture that I was talking about.
Oh, that is neat. That's super cool. Okay. We're going to keep on moving right away down. They talk about the commendations in the Guardian ranks again. We just kind of went over it in the patch notes. It's all laid out here from rank 7 down to from 750 down to 460 all the way to rank 11. That was 6,000. Now it's 1,800. So it's quite a huge drop. But there is one thing that they mentioned on here that I did read, and I was like, what? Really? So they put EG, or they said they were looking into it, and they still plan on making changes to the Guardian ranks. And they put specifically moving the lost sector objectives to higher Guardian ranks, so fewer players are stuck at rank 6. Stay tuned.
I
So-
think they're fine where they're at.
I think they're fine where they're at. I think Bungie for all of Destiny 2 has catered, more and more and more to the casual gamer, which is fine. It got their numbers up. It made the game more popular. It's healthy overall. But the concept of the commendation system is for it to work is for people that have, done all that stuff to have the higher number. Now, there's always going to be toxicity in the game, and we talked about it earlier. Like, people, like, you can't let those people force you to make changes to the system, or the people that actually appreciate it and enjoy the rank system and actually utilize it have to suffer because the vocal minority are being assholes based on ranks. So if people are stuck at rank 6, then that's their skill level.
Exactly.
If they can't do a solo lost sector for whatever reason, then, they're supposed to be at rank 6. There's no stuck at rank 6. You are
You
a
just
rank
are.
6.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's no need, like, So they're going to push that up to 7. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Those people are just going to be stuck at 7. What's the fucking difference? All you're doing is moving the number up. Like, there's no... Like, don't... Just leave it where it is. It's fine. I thought that was weird. It's like, you need to chill sometimes on the, casuals. Like, there's going to be a certain point if they keep going that everybody's just going to be rank 12 and it never resets. And it's like, what's the point at that point?
I feel like we're foreshadowing what we're about to talk about with day 1. Anyway.
Okay, sorry. I'll get into that in a minute. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, we'll move on from that. You don't need to make them easier. If somebody's stuck at a rank, they're stuck at a rank. That's the whole point of the system. Good work assistance. So this thing appears to be talking about the exotic glaive and the mission, and probably the catalyst. We had the second catalyst this week. I haven't got it because I only did a legendary this week, and it only gave me one of the catalysts, which made me angry. I was hoping I'd get both of them for one clear. And I did it solo because I wanted to look cool.
You wanted to look cool. Did you buy the ornament?
Ornament for what?
The glaive.
The glaive.
Oh yeah, I have the ornament. Yeah. Why?
Yeah, I'm just asking. You said you want to look cool. When I got the glaive and got the little pop up that said I had something in the Bungie store or whatever, I went and looked and immediately bought it right then.
Yeah, it looks good. Actually, I don't even remember what it initially looked like because I've had the ornament on it since I got it.
Just like the blue Vex computer space.
The answer is boring.
Right.
Okay.
You made the right choice.
Anyway, so I'm going to have to do that again to get the second one, and then probably again next week to do the next one. But there's nothing else in there that's specifically important. It just explains the catalyst itself. And then it rolls into Trials, saying Trials is up this week, 750 RPM, Strand legendary submachine gun, according to Wrecked, is going to be the best submachine gun in the game. And it has good perks on it, whatever. They specifically mentioned rangefinder killing wind. I don't know if that's a good combination. It sounds like a good combination, but what are you specifically looking to roll, Wrecked? Since you're our PvP.
Well, rangefinder is a must.
Okay.
It's one of the things that makes it best in class.
Okay.
But I'd happily take target lock or kill clip, or possibly even as a consolation prize, tap the trigger in column 4.
Okay.
For the new SMG for PvP or
the Immortal, the Trials SMG. If I wanted it for PvE, I would probably want DSR and thread lean, or DSR and target lock. Personally, but I play on controller, so I value DSR quite a bit.
If it's for PvE, the second perk has to always have to be hatchling. If it has hatchling, it has to be. It's one of the best ones.
Not my favorite perk.
I think I would go.
Thread lanes are only really good on Swarm Lord or on Brood Master or whatever that on Warlock, Broodweaver. I think target lock's got more value personally, but that's a matter of personal opinion at that point.
When I think of SMGs, I think of ad clear. So like, I would prefer the ones that I have. I think like the incandescent callus mini tool, and my jolt shot. Ikelos. I think if I was going to go for this SMG, I would be running for a PvP role, is my point.
Yeah, so am I. And this season especially, I don't even use primary ammo weapons right now. My primary ammo weapon is Wave Splitter, because it's the best primary analog in the game right now. If you're not running Wave Splitter, why are you even playing? Turn the game off. Go play something else.
You're brutal. Brutal. Just kidding. All right. You have an opinion?
Don't you use the best weapon in the game at the moment for primary ammo? The Kilo's SMG. It's
Wave Splitter.
The weapon. No, I mean primary ammo. Not talking about secondary. I'm talking primary ammo.
No, because when you run double special, you have infinite special ammo.
Ooh, no.
And Wave Splitter clears ads Wave Splitter with easy volatile clears ads so much faster and so much easier than Ikelos ever could wish to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but ammo.
Ammo. You're right. But if you don't run out of ammo, you're good.
You don't. If you run double special, the moment you switch to your heavy, you get special bricks.
Just been
But
using
while you're on
wave
special,
splitter.
you get purple bricks. That's how it works.
I've been using commemoration as my primary.
It's been pretty good though. Like I used it to do the first phase of the legendary exotic mission boss. It was a good. It was good. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Machine guns are just fun, man.
Wave splitter, eh? So I should look into using that probably.
If you're gonna run double special, yes, run a wave splitter.
Okay.
Make sure you've got the perk that allows you to get volatile off orbs. And then not only are you making things volatile, but every time you pick up an orb, wave splitter gets a 62% damage bonus because of its perk.
62% damage bonus. You see, I've been running like what's Hollow Denial with
Now,
like,
Ooh,
that
Hollow
down.
Denial. Ooh, just put it down. Kill it. Destroy it with
no,
fire.
with
it's
repulsor
really
brace.
good with repulsor brace right now.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
one crafted with repulsor bracelet as
Yeah.
well that I was using, but wave splitter, because of how easy it is to make orbs now, and that because of you get volatile off orb pickup, it's just a no-brainer to use wave splitter in my opinion because it works on every class as well.
Okay.
So-
I'll
Good to
take it
know.
out. I haven't taken it out. I'll take a look at it. Maybe tonight. I have a raid in 45 minutes. So let's finish this up. All right. So that's trials. Go get the SMG. If you go flawless, you can get the adept one. Good luck. Iron Banner returns next week. I mean, Iron Banner. I'm excited to get an Iron Banner. You know, get my guild or whatever. I always do it in the first week. Iron Banner's back. But I'm kind of annoyed that there's no new Iron Banner weapons for a full-on expansion. Kind of sick, in my opinion. I've been probably an advocate for Lightfall, but this is a huge downer for me.
Well,
Like there should be at least one new Iron Banner weapon.
I mean, there are 2 reprised, but it is worth noting that they have changed the perk pool on Hero's Burden. It can now run that new Void perk instead of Repulsor Voice. They took that out. It can now get that new Void perk that makes things volatile.
Yeah,
You get a
destabilizing
kill,
rounds.
and then it makes targets volatile after you get the kill. Disruptive,
Hero-
yeah, whatever.
Hero's
Very cool.
Burden's the SMG.
The SMG, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It'll be
Uh,
the only primary ammo weapon in the game that can get that perk.
Okay.
for-
Well,
for the
that's
champion.
something to grab, I suppose. But
Yeah.
overall, still, boo. Yeah, I wanted a new weapon. I like new weapons, especially on full expansion drops. Like I understand not having one every season, but like a full expansion drop should have a new Iron Banner weapon.
Bite of the Fox is boring. Jorm's Claw's a 390. It's going to be boring.
I never liked either one of them. So even with perk pools, I mean, being changed, like of course maybe there's something that surprises us, but probably not. What does this say, actually? I never read it. So there's this contest mode emblem stuff that they're talking about. Players must have successfully completed all encounters yet to get the emblem. We all know that. Even if players defeated Nezarec, part of the challenge was also complete the encounter and its wipe mechanic. Teams who died to the wipe mechanic before they were able to fully defeat Nezarec would not receive a successful clear. Additionally, factors such as poor condition, joining raids in progress, or not successfully receiving rewards for all encounters may have contributed to completion in eligibility. Players who fail. Okay, so basically they're saying all those people that were complaining that the boss had 0 health left but still died to the wipe mechanic. They're saying too bad that you didn't do enough damage. You needed to do 1 more damage. They're saying it's not a bug, basically.
Right.
That you failed.
Yep.
I mean, okay. At first I was like, okay, here comes all the people out of the woodwork to say they did it, but there was some bug that stopped them from doing it. And I didn't believe it at first or whatever. And then I saw some videos that it was really suspect. It's like they looked like he had no health and they still wiped. But then there was lots of other videos that did the exact same thing, except there was a Wither Horde on Nezarec, and he did end up dying, and they all revived. So it does make sense that there was just still some health left on them that you couldn't see, and you failed. You shouldn't have slowed down. All right, so all those people aren't getting emblems.
Should
And
have
then
done what Jack said and thrown more grenades.
Yep.
exactly, and then Twitch drop emblems. Of course, there was 2 Twitch drop emblems for the 48 hours during the raid race or contest mode. And you had to watch to get both of them. You had to watch somebody that was involved in the Twitch Rivals, the thing. So if you didn't watch us and didn't get it, that's your own fault. You suck. I streamed for 14 hours straight. You only had to watch for 2 hours to get the emblem. I've got nothing to tell you. There's a bunch of known issues here, but I kind of just want to skip over them and talk about day one.
Wait, there's one more thing. You
You
gotta
gotta
go down
click
to
the
the
little thing.
bottom and click the link.
Okay, I can't. You do it with Do it with your OBS virtual camera, please.
Yeah.
I did almost forget this. So last week I complained because they didn't have any hidden links. This week, here's the hidden link at the bottom of the TWAB.
Hello, kitty.
Look at that juicy, juicy kitty.
That's wording.
What? What? You guys don't like eating kittens? I'm just kidding. Look at the cat though. Isn't it cute?
As a feline myself, I get offended by that.
Oh, I was talking about you. I didn't even see the picture yet.
Ah.
Anyway, super cute cat. I love that they hide those in there. I was really mad last
I
week.
do need to make a
Green
clarification.
wasn't cut.
This was a bit. I do not identify myself as a cat. just
Okay.
because we actually need to make that distinction nowadays. Like
Yeah, I suppose we do.
I actually had to tell someone because unironically someone from the SUC, a new member, actually saw me on the list of members on the top and actually asked me, "Oh, do you identify yourself as a cat?" And I'm like, "This has to be a joke, right?" I was like, "No, I do not."
That's funny. But I mean, I thought you were a furry, so it's not surprising.
Just because. Okay, no.
I'm just kidding. I don't. All right, I get it. Yeah, Gatto does not identify as a cat, everybody. It's just his username. All right, get over it.
All right. Day
Anyway,
one.
super cute cat. Perfect. All right, so day one. As far as I know, we got a day one clear here, day one clear here. Gatto, you got one too. And then Rect help a bunch of people get theirs. You
But
didn't
I
actually
did not get mine.
You did not do your full thing.
Really?
Right. He did not.
No.
Nope.
I helped like 18 people finish Nezeract on the last encounter. And then on Saturday, when I had time to do the run,
Wait, what do you
There
mean by you
was-
helped people? Like you didn't fully finish the boss?
yeah,
No,
I
he
helped
beat
a bunch of teams where somebody fell out of the raid team because it got too late. So I helped a bunch of people finish their run because they didn't have anybody.
Okay.
But I didn't actually. I wasn't.
You have to
planning
complete. You have to complete all the encounters. Is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like he
Yes.
beat Nezerac, but he didn't get the emblem.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, I was actually wondering, like, did you leave
Yeah.
like at the last possible second before the
No.
boss was killed?
No, I only subbed in for the boss encounter
Okay.
for, like I said, about 18 different people, and then on the
Understandable.
next day when it came time for me to do my run, well, there wasn't there wasn't
Nobody was there to help you.
there wasn't anyone around. So
That fucking
For helping
sucks.
you
Man.
out.
That's just sad though. Yeah.
it was 2 long days. People were all burnt from doing it, and they didn't want to do it again. It's fine. It's whatever. I was disappointed at the time, but I'm over it. It's whatever.
Yeah, that's still
hurt
kind of
at all.
fucked up though. Anyway,
Anyway.
yeah. So I mean, overall, there's a lot to unpack. We don't have a lot of time, so we're just gonna like. I had a great time. I started at the beginning. 14 hours it took us to get the clear. I did actually, when I was going through it, I was actually surprised. You know, when we did the first 2 encounters, I was legitimately surprised. I was like, oh, that's it's kind of easy. Like a lot of thought process, and a lot of people are going through that probably right now. And then we did the Planets thing, and that was a bit more difficult, but the damage check wasn't an issue at all. So once we figured out the mechanics and we got through it, it was fairly like we didn't have to worry about the damage check itself. And then Nezzy took a while, mostly due to the fact for the first couple hours we didn't know you could avoid the white mechanic, and then by the time we figured out you could avoid the white mechanic, we just couldn't get 3 solid damage phases in, and we aren't these crazy content creators that can one phase on contest mode. So
It was
you know,
it's
sorry.
funny. It's funny because during Nazareth, we
Mhm.
actually figured out the whole wipe mechanic very early on. So we figured out that we could just avoid being wiped. Our main issue was survivability, like running around, not being killed by the void attack that he has, because that thing would kill us often because it just comes from above and like you cannot see it. Us
Yeah.
hunters, we could dodge the attack, but for warlocks, unless they were like sitting on top of a well, they would die almost immediately, which
I
was
mean, it didn't help that like there, if you're like on the darkness side and you're in one of that middle area, even hugging a wall, and he's over on the light side, he turns his hatred on you. If he shoots those sides at you, they can just loop right over top of that cover and come down
Yep.
straight on your head.
true. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I got hit by them though, and they didn't kill me, but they would one shot other people constantly. It was starting to,
You were running like triple void resist, weren't you, at one
yeah,
point?
like a normal human being during the giant void damage missiles. Yes, of course, I was running triple void resist and 100 resilience, like it was day one. Come on now, are you not prepared? Anyway, I was getting a little triggered, hour 12, hour 13, but nobody ever got really mad at each other. We had a good time, doing the raid. We got through it. So eventually, we were trying to just bum rush, first and second phase. And I got pretty good at the mechanics. But everybody else that was playing was on my team was on console, and I felt like your movement isn't as clean on console. So the other runner was having trouble getting, even on the first phase, which you have more time, but definitely on the second phase. Like I feel like we almost never made it by trying to just beat the time. He would never get all 6 done. So we were struggling there, and then we figured out, avoid the white mechanic. So we would, bum rush phase 1, and then we would do 4 seeds, and then do the white mechanic thing, and then we'd finish the next 2 seeds off, and then we'd do the damage. And then at that point, it was survivability. Either people getting killed by Colossuses or people getting killed by the void beam that would come and murder you. So eventually, we got through it clean. One point, Diana, which is in EU, it was like, it's 7 a.m., guys. I don't know how long I can do this, but she stuck through. And then like less than an hour later, we beat it. So I'm glad she stuck through it. I'm glad we didn't have to come back the next day. We got her clear 13 hours and 59 minutes. So we got the true 24-hour clear. Sorry, I just had to say that because people made a huge deal about the 48 hours. Fucking whiners.
So okay, so what's the full time for everybody? Greener, when did you finish yours?
23 hours, 59 minutes.
Damn,
that-
right on the
that's it.
clock. Jesus. What about you? Oh, I was gonna ask Rec, but he didn't finish.
Did I say 23
Sorry.
hours? I meant 13 hours. Sorry.
Oh, 13 hours. Okay.
I don't know
What
why.
about
Yeah, my bad. 23
what
hours.
about you,
15
Saint?
or 13.
Mine was 9 hours and 17 minutes, but I also had 2 people from Green's team who were in my team.
Ah, okay.
So that exponentially shortened my run.
My team pulled Dado, and we finished at 24 hours and 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Sorry that I said. Well, what I was trying to say. So we finished 13 hours and 59 minutes after launch. So your 9 hours doesn't count. We're talking about how long it took after launch of the raid. So
I think
you're
we're
at
talking
like
to-
30.
oh,
You're
I'm sorry,
talking like 38
Oh,
hours.
one time. Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
In this case, no. In this case, since the launch of the raid, we took 24 hours. At least my team, 24 hours and 4 minutes.
Yeah.
The entire the time that we spent inside of the raid, you can probably just take out like 8 hours because we just took a break at like 4 a.m. to just sleep and rest a little bit because we were just getting wiped over them. So it's just really dumb mistakes. That's why we took a little bit longer.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So 20 or 13 hours. Why do I keep saying 23? 13 hours and 59 minutes. So it wasn't 1 minute before the 24 hours. It was, it was 10 hours and 1 minute before the 24 hours was up. So we did. I was pretty happy with that. I'd never fully done a complete full day one with one team. And I was telling this on the stream specifically, aside from all the issues that all the community had with the raid, doing a complete day one, it was literally, once Nezarek died, was probably, I just wanted to point out, it was literally the best feeling that I've ever had playing Destiny in my entire Destiny career.
I agree.
Just it was. It's plain and simple. I've never felt that way beating a raid before. I felt happy after like the first time I beat a raid, after trying it with people that didn't really know it. But sorry, I'm getting distracted by chat. I gotta close it. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. It doesn't matter. It's the best I felt in Destiny ever. So whoever specifically has said, like, there's a lot of problems with the community is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of problems with the community right now about, you know, the complaints about easy and whatnot, and too many people got their clears. But all I can think personally is that, how many teams cleared it? You guys have anywhere near
Teams,
like,
I
any
think
idea?
like players, it's like 19,000 or 40. It's
Oh no, it's way higher than 19. It was like 40,000 teams, I thought. Here,
I thought that was individual players. I didn't realize it was teams.
Maybe it was. Maybe I'm just getting it wrong. Here, I'll just check it up on Raid Report.
It should be, it should be on the.
It'll have the list. It should here. Time after launch. Wait, how do you get to the end here? I don't know. Here, I'll just click this a bunch until we get to 48 hours. Oh my god, there's so many. Alright, there's gonna be a lot. Alright, hold on. How many teams completed Route of Nightmares in first 48 hours? Should look this up. 45,544 teams.
Jesus.
So,
But that's not. I don't think that number is individual teams, unless it says individual teams.
Yeah,
There's cross pollination on there for carriers.
yeah,
or people
there
doing
might be,
multiple.
but I'm gonna multiply it by 6 anyway and give us kind of a somewhat number. So, multiplying that by 6 gives us 273,000. So there's probably about 200,000 people, maybe less. Anyway, so 200,000 people. Even if it's 150,000 people. The point is, nobody has ever. I saw some stats the other day about how many people have completed day ones before, and like the highest amount was like 10,000. Our teams. On probably DSC or some shit. I don't know exactly what it was, but it wasn't like this had, you know, gone above and beyond the highest day one total team completions. By at least, you know, 300 or 400%, and people are complaining about that. But then you also look at how many people tried the raid, and it's up. One of the highest raids was 400,000 people that even tried contest mode, and this one was over 1.2 million. So I'm not trying to say that there's a comparison there, because there's not. That's only just a little bit over double, not 400%. But the point is, people in the community got really excited after they heard it was doable by somebody of their skill level. And now there's 200,000 people that were able to complete that raid and have the same feeling that I did. The best feeling that I ever had playing Destiny ever in my career as a Destiny player. 200, maybe not all 200,000 people felt that way because 10,000 of them have already done a day one, but 190,000 of them have never done it before. That can't be a bad thing for the game and the community overall. I don't care what all the 1% says about this is the ultimate by ultimate thing that they should be able to do in Destiny. And they might be right. They might be right where that would be that's supposed to be like their challenge level.
I actually have a few words to say about the for the elitist type of things, because number one, day one raids have actually been more interesting since the release of Forsaken for Destiny. Ever since the big story of only 12 people managed to do a raid in the first 24 hours of Last Wish, people have been flooding streams that actually stream the day one raids. And we've been seeing a steadily increase of teams that actually participate and can complete the day one raids throughout the entire years that Destiny has been developing those raids. Every single time that there's a new raid, more people try out. More players try and get their luck in. So it's not always the same teams that try or the same teams that actually win the raids. There's new names that come up to the plate. That's one thing. Number two, there was a massive player increase with this expansion Lightfall, because the marketing team did a great job for the player base, despite expectations were way bigger than the what we actually got as a result. Some people actually gave it a little less when it comes to rating for the expansion, but that's completely fine. Also, this raid was a little more accessible towards players and it felt more easy because of one simple thing. The very first two encounters did not have a boss with DPS checks. Unlike the other raids where every now and then, or like in the very first encounter or the second right away, you have a DPS check. It's usually that Vow, DPS check on the second encounter. Kingsfall, DPS check on the second encounter. Like, a lot of people on those raids got just stuck on DPS checks because either they're not coordinated enough or they're not strong enough. In this raid, the very first two, there were no DPS check. It's just mechanic based. And then when it came to the boss with the DPS check, people had more than enough time to actually understand what was going on, and people were actually more prepared to do it. So, are day one raids supposed to be just for the elite few that actually want to participate or can participate? No, not
Some people
anymore,
think
at
so.
least. Not anymore. It's open to everybody. Bungie invites people to try it. I mean, can they make the raids harder? Yes, definitely. But at the same time, should they? Not exactly. It needs to be more accessible.
They could have easily gated it very easily by just increasing the health on the third boss, on the planetarium dude. Very easily. They chose specifically not to, and I think they made the right choice. You can feel
I
free.
think all raids should have should have 2 days. There should be a separate emblem for doing it within the 48 hours and one for the 24 hours. And they all should be relatively as difficult, at least in the first 24 hours, as Last Wish was when it dropped.
I could take that.
I
could
want
take that.
I want it. I would like there to be one day out of the year, out of the life cycle of a Destiny expansion, where the people that spend a lot of time playing this game, and I don't just mean content creators, because there's a lot of other people like me who are not a content creator and still have 7,000 hours in this game, can flex all the skill they've built up and all the gear they've acquired and all that stuff when it actually matters. I think there should be that opportunity. It certainly shouldn't be a raid race that is over in 2.5 hours. is ridiculous to me. I think everybody should raid. We know that most of the community doesn't raid even today. I think the last time I looked at the numbers on warmind.io, the total percent of the community that raids is in the single digits still, right? I think more people should be able to raid, but I think there should be a distinction when the raid launches as to what the race is, and how the difficulty is during the race versus maybe the first 24 hours.
Okay. I can get on board with something like that, but you have to admit that the hype towards what happened for Root of Nightmares is nothing but good for the everybody but the 1%. The 1% complained a lot. But the fact that 1.2 million people logged on for this day one raid when the highest ever was 400,000 is a good thing for the community. It's not a bad
It
thing.
is. It is.
Let's be honest. If you look towards the people who actually have the day one emblem, it's only 2.2% of the entire Destiny 2 community. It's 2.2%.
It's probably a higher number for the active community. They're running too many numbers of people that don't even play the game anymore.
Yeah.
It's probably more like 10%.
Probably. Okay, so yeah, increases a little bit, but still, it's a feat, so...
Still a feat. Still definitely hard. I
understand what it's like to want to be able to run vanity cosmetics. All right. I run a trial ship because I have one. All right. Because it was hard to get. That's all. That's it. That's the only reason it stays on. Right.
Yeah, but yeah, this trend is happening though. Look, they made trials easier. They're making these contest modes easier. There is one big, like I can kind of get on board sometimes with the 1%, but I'm saying their opinions and their requirements for this, like the way they've been voicing them, it's hard for me to take serious what they're saying when what I think happened was so important for the overall community rather than the hardcore community.
I think you can be happy that a lot of people were able to do the raid and have that experience, but also be unhappy that there wasn't enough real challenge there for yourself.
Yeah,
I think those are two things that can exist together.
I'm not on that level, but that's not how they're coming across with it. Like I watched Dado's video about the complaints, and I thought it was funny because I only got halfway through it. I got to a point where he said, "My team is really good at preparing for damage checks, and there wasn't a damage check, so we performed poorly." And I was like, "So you got your advantage taken away, and you think it's unfair?" And I thought to myself, I laughed because the team that got day one obviously was really good at solving puzzles. So basically, putting a damage check in takes their only advantage away. So it's like it's the same thing on both sides, and I laugh, and I'm like, that taking away your specific advantage doesn't make the raid bad. It just
in that same video,
exactly.
he said exactly what I just said. Is that he's happy that a lot of people got to do it.
Okay, well I couldn't get through certain amount of it because I just thought that entitlement to that statement was ridiculous. That
Dado's video didn't come across to me as
that comment was entitled.
At least Dado's video didn't come across to me as entitled at all.
That
having watched the entire thing,
super entitled though.
Maybe taken out of context, but in context of his whole opinion, I don't think it is.
He kind of made the video on like a sarcastic note. That's what I took of it.
I mean, that's elitist Dado videos. They're supposed to be, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't watch his content regularly. I watched that video, and like within the first 10 minutes, he complained that his advantage was taken away, so it was a bad raid.
No, yeah, he said.
And if you don't think that's entitled, then I don't know what to tell you. You're wrong.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But
like,
again, yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
But people do have a point because preparing for a day one raid involves a lot of steps. You can't just say, "Oh, I want to do a day one raid," and just put 6 people together in one voice channel and just do the raid day one. It doesn't work like that. People have to be prepared both on like equipment, be ready because, well,
Yeah, you
it's,
absolutely can't. You absolutely could this raid. What do you mean?
That's
There are
exactly
plenty
what I
of
did this raid.
there are
yeah,
plenty of LFGs that got together on
actually
the
do
day
that.
of the
Yeah,
raid and finished it.
yeah. I'm not discarding that, but for other raids, and this one as well, people just have to well acknowledge that certain preparations have to be made because, like I said, my team we have multiple exotics, both weapons and armor ready in case that we need some specific thing to be done. Also, that's well number one. Multiple weapons, multiple sets of armors, multiple loadouts in case that we need. Of course, loadouts well because of the armor mods are now way easier to deal with. So if you need to switch throughout the raid, it's much easier now. And Bungie did a great job, more like normalizing the mods
Hmm.
for players, even if you are veteran or not veteran. And then one of the most important things for day one experiences is actually to have the cool like keep keep a little bit cool headed because your team is still trying to find out exactly what everything does, and that's what I told my team. Every time that we wipe, we take a few seconds to say, what did you do, and if what you did actually extended the timer, let's see what's going on there. If it doesn't, okay, we can just discard it. That's how we did most of the first encounter, where we found out exactly what the actual seeds do, and that the fact that it was
Yeah.
actually a white light pointing to where the next seed was. We found that in the very first minutes, and then we found out even more regarding that. We actually found out that like okay, that thing is gonna happen, and then we got to the third encounter when we actually understood that oh, planets have to be switched. But yeah, communication in and uh, level level heads when it comes to that. Just listen to what everybody sees or comments about the raid because even the smallest of things can be effective towards your progress.
Yeah, for sure. Or you can just
I
blast through it like Team or Paint to Paint or whatever their names are.
I have one thing to say, Greener. This is my last opinion on this. All
Okay.
right, it is. I think that people that are super sweaty should have one thing that they can do. I
Trials.
think that people I don't know that's PVE that
Nope.
should be day ones. I think that at the same time, casual players should be able to have a day one experience as well. I don't think the two have to be mutually exclusive. But more importantly, I think the elitists that keep wanting to say that people didn't earn it are a bunch of shitheads that should shut the fuck up and get off Twitter. I also think the casuals that want to go tearing into them for that same argument and be shitheads and assholes themselves also need to shut the fuck up and get off Twitter and just go
Hey.
fucking play the game. That's all. That's it.
I actually didn't say anything on Twitter, but I verbalized things on stream for sure.
Everybody should stop being a dickbag and just enjoy the game and not worry about what other people are saying because it shouldn't affect you at all. And if it does, you really need to get off Twitter.
If they make a really good balance between the suggestion that you made regarding the 24-48 hour split, yeah, it would definitely have to be something interesting. But I'd be down for it. But I mean, then everybody would just want the 24-hour one anyway. So it's
Make contests always require you to figure out what the challenges are and do them all for the first 24 hours and just have content most for the rest.
I was gonna actually say that. I was gonna actually say what Rec just said. Yeah, give out an emblem for normal completion of the first 48 hours. Doesn't matter. And if you want to go for the extra prize, like the extremely rare emblem,
yeah, do it like the reprise raids.
Exactly. Do it again with all the challenges. If you fail, you just go back and just do it like that. Okay.
Here we go.
You've done the raid twice, one with normal and one with challenges.
We figured it out
If
for you,
you've done
Bungie.
We solved World Destiny Peace.
We served World Destiny Peace. There is one thing I wanted to mention because you talked about doing level heads and raids for day ones, and that's always my favorite part of a day one raid is figuring out how many people left or that we have to ban after a day one, because there's always so many teams that they get together and there's always somebody. We have 10,000 people in the Discord. There's always some asshole. Ironically, this year. It was one of our Sherpas. Anyway, he's gone now. So,
I mean, I got a complaint. I forwarded it to you.
I forget about that. Oh, that guy? He just complains about
Yeah.
everything, though. Fuck that guy.
Mhm.
I hope you're listening. I'll name. No, I won't name you. But anyway, yeah, no, there was a different
No, I
one.
wanna
There was a different one. There was a big one, and we learned a lot of special things about one of our Sherpas. I think he actually
that-
left on his own, but we would have had to remove him regardless. Like
Is
at
that
least
is
his
that
role.
is that in the Sherpa chat somewhere? Can I go drink this tea somewhere?
Actually, it's not. It's in.
I'm already looking. I see nothing. I'm
You
sad.
can talk to Zia if you want to know. She
All
might
right.
be able to invite you to some of the channels that all the shit went down in.
Okay.
Because, yeah, there's some big ones. There was a lot of talk. And I was just like, I remember reading it and I went, holy fuck this channel. Because it was intense. Anyway, they took care of it, but I felt bad that we had somebody in place that apparently was such a fucking dick. I don't know if he ever was in a Sherpa raid, but I guess he apparently was incredibly bad. Incredibly, I don't know, just a straight up dick to people.
Bad
Yeah.
attitude.
During the day one. Anyway, we gotta go. I got stuff to do. We've almost done this for 2 hours. I don't know how these keep getting longer. I don't know. I thought I did good. I kept cutting people
ideas.
off. No, no more
I
talking.
got some ideas.
No,
I'll
what's your
send you
ideas?
some ideas on. I'll send you some ideas on how we can maybe speed things up a little bit.
Well, I mean, I can shut people up, but I also like talking. So I mean, yeah, but we should try to. I don't know. I'll try to do something to keep them within at least an hour and 15 minutes or something. Not 2 hours long. Nobody's gonna listen to a 2-hour podcast.
Well, for 3 hours.
Mind you, I do listen. I used to listen to the Rooster Teeth podcast, and they were like 2-3 hours long sometimes, and they were always enjoyable.
They had good podcasts. Yeah.
Oh, the
We're
off
not that-
topic.
We're not that interesting though.
Oh, we're not interested. Not nearly. You ever listen to an off topic podcast? Oh my god, that shit
Wait,
was
which one?
crazy.
Which ones did you
Well, I mean, the
listen
main Rooster Teeth one I used to listen to, and then the off topic,
Yeah.
which was the Achievement Hunter podcast.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one
yeah,
was
yeah.
crazy, but it was always like 3.5 hours long. But it was nuts. Like that team is insane in the head.
they would just talk about
Scream
random
at each
stuff,
other the
that's
whole
what-
fucking time.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch and listen to, though. Anyway, I gotta go. So I am gonna close out with. Thank you so much for watching this week of Shrouded, episode 8, I believe. It's probably going to be named something like Remembering Lance Reddick. Still, big rest in peace to Lance. We're definitely going to miss him as Zavala, miss him as an actor, and miss his presence as a human being. It's a real tragedy. Again, 60 years old. It's crazy to me, but yeah, it's unfortunate. Gonna miss the guy. Thank you to our guests, Mr. Rect, Mr. Good Saint, and Captain Gatto. All the winners and links and shit in the description. I didn't do the draws today. I've been busy. So you'll see if you've made it to the end of the podcast and you're still listening and you want to know if you want a prize, just check the description out. Quick plugs.
Derelict Prime going on right now. I'll be
Derelict-
doing an announcement about it sometime.
Derelict
All right.
Prime Gambit event. Go sign up. It's amazing. Do the event pass. Unlock your exotics for the tournament. Woo! Okay.
Recruitment post will be going live today, which is Saturday. So go upvote that as well. And then whenever I do decide to stream, twitch.tv/Mr. Good Saint.
Go follow him and upvote that recruitment post. Thank you. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
The game show that I'm actually recruiting people to actually participate for your next big stream. We previously done Jeopardy. This time around, we're doing a detect the light type of show, and I'm actually needing people for players. I actually have already 9 people, that actually want to participate. But the more the merrier. And if you can do multiple in a day, we could do multiple in a day. The link's at the SUC announcements channel.
Yeah, scroll a couple
It's a-
up. You'll see it there. He announced it the other day. Yeah. So, for me, if you're not in Shrouded, big Destiny community, come join us. We do lots of stuff. ShroudedGaming.com/Discord. It's the easiest way to find us. If you need help joining a clan, just ask. Someone will find you, help you. There is a specific help channel if you really want to get technical. So feel free to help that out. Loyalty point system is what the giveaways are based on. Again, if you're not in Discord, join Discord to ask what it's all about. If you're on Discord and don't know what it's about, ask in Discord. We'll tell you all about it. We give away stuff every week and every month. And check out the community stream, twitch.tv/Reddick Gaming, every Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern, and every Wednesday at 11 Eastern. See ya later. Peace out, everybody. Say goodbye. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.